want to show you something. Does that look like a gun? I think it does a little bit. It's a phone. It's black, like most phones. That's crazy stuff.
This right here. Right here. What would be the act that would cause you to hold your phone like that? Like, what would be, like, if I was recording some on-the-go YouTube content and I needed to make sure they got the microphone, like, what no, well, I hit one of the side buttons. See, that's why you don't hold your phone like that. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
First of all, when these people come out and go, Tim's a bootlicker for defending us, I'm like, no, you misunderstand. It's my boots. It's mine. I voted for them. I'm wearing the boot. I'm stomping on the ground.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Did he really try and claim I am the boot?
Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh!
You're not making me drink toilet water. I'm drinking it myself. Oh, we could do one better. I'm not smelling their S. I'm sitting in my pants. Keep going. More. I'm the boot playing with the ice action figures. That is amazing. That is amazing. Can we be serious? Can we be serious for a moment here? This mindset is genuinely pathetic. It's an alpha fantasy, watching state violence and imagining you're exercising power rather than the ones submitting to it. In no reality is a lawless state you. It's not accountable to you. It is coercive by nature and indiscriminate in its application. The moment Tim Pool stops being useful, if he becomes a critic instead of a sycophant, decides an abuse has gone too far, or is simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, that same boot ends up on his neck. It's a power fantasy for weak men. They cosplay as rulers while applauding their own subjugation. Or, more simply put, conservative men are deeply submissive to male authority figures. Ah, yes, that freedom that Maga loves to brag about. Now, I'm not here for Tim Pool. He just laid it right there out there for me. I got a whole video dragging him and Megyn Kelly, which looks all the worse ever since the administration has decided to pull back. That's right, because some of us actually do have freedom to resist and not get kicked out the cult. And you know what? It was much bigger than even they thought.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that President Trump is sending Tom Homan in, because ICE, DHS, Kristi Noem have been a political disaster. Because just take a look here. I mean, ICE's net approval rating during Trump's terms. You go back to term number 1. Look, it's pretty even at 0 points. You go to June 2025, right? That was when all that stuff was going on in Los Angeles. They dropped down. Look at this, minus 17 points, way in the basement. But then after Minneapolis, it's even lower, minus 27 points on the net approval rating of ICE.
Yeah, I don't get how ICE is even that high. Is it just MAGA influencers that get to vote multiple times? Like, how is it even that high based on what we've seen? Is water voting? Like,
and it's only been getting more and more unpopular.
What about DHS kind of more broadly?
Yeah, okay. So, we're going to start down low. We'll start with ICE and then we'll raise it to DHS. And again, it's just the same exact story, right? DHS is doing an excellent or good job, the Department of Homeland Security. During Trump's first term, look where it was in late 2017, right about at this point. 59%. That's pretty gosh darn good. But look at where it is now in Trump term number 2. By late last year, it was down to 42%. So this is the same story that we're seeing no matter which poll question we look at. The popularity of ICE, of DHS, has completely fallen under the second Trump term, the second Trump administration, where what we were seeing during Trump's term number 1 was, hey, ICE, DHS, pretty popular, certainly not unpopular, but all the actions in Minneapolis, in Los Angeles, in these major American cities have been very much rejected by the American people. It has been a political disaster for the second Trump administration.
And now, as Berman was just reading what the president was just sending out, he's now sending in Tom Homan, his border czar, into Minnesota, which leads to questions of what about the leadership of the Secretary of Homeland Security, who has inserted herself very publicly to be kind of front and center in all of these operations.
Yeah, as I said at the top, I just think there's a real reason for it. And that's because Kristi Noem, simply put, Kate, has not been popular, and everything she's done for the most part has not been popular. Just look at her net approval rating. In July of 2025, it was minus 11 points. It's actually gotten more unpopular now at minus 16 points.
Yeah, again, Kristi Noem at minus 16, how that's not minus 100? Who approves of Kristi? L'Oreal? Is this Bath and Body Works? Did y'all go into Mary Kay?
Stop it. Get some help.
All her approval came from Estee Lauder, didn't it?
I looked at every single poll that has been conducted on Kristi Noem's popularity. Every single one, the net approval rating has been negative. ICE is negative. DHS is negative. As I said at the top, Kate, this has been an absolute political disaster for the President of the United States. It's not much of a surprise to me if he wants to push Noem to the side, Kate.
No, and remember, this is one of the things, broadly speaking about immigration, and his crackdown of it was something he ran on and won on when it came to the last election. So what a shift in changes has been. Let's see what else the president says today. Harry, these numbers really tell a story today. Thank you.
And you know what? It gets better.
What do you mean by that?
Worse for you. Yes, that means better for humanity, worse for you. Now, let's see. We packed up Greg Bovino. They're working on an impeachment for Kristi Noem. Somebody missing.
A would-be assassin tried to murder federal law enforcement, and the official Democrat account sides with the terrorist. Does this sentient suppository know that we have fucking eyes? The man was filming, went to the aid of a woman who got pepper sprayed, was attacked by a roving gang of erectile dysfunction all-stars, never touched his legal firearm, then an agent who has never found the clitoris but did find the gun, took it away, and then he was fucking murdered. And all the lowest common denominators out there are like, nah, bro, he tried to murder ICE agents. He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have had a firearm. These buckets of snot will say guns are a mandatory prerequisite for the government to respect your rights, and then say guns immediately invalidate your rights and the government can execute you on the spot if you have one. Shall not be infringed. Terms and conditions may apply. If agents can pull your legal firearm from your holster, then open fire on you because you had a firearm, then you do not have a right to bear arms.
Interesting. Stephen Miller is looking increasingly isolated inside the White House as others start realizing that deliberate, concerted, ethno-nationalist brutality and sadism is hurting the Republicans politically. Well, don't worry about it, Stephen Miller, because one thing we know about Trump, he is very loyal. He is he don't care if it's a liability politically, he gonna ride it out. Just ask all the people in his first administration.
And the president.
Have you seen the body cam video? I was unaware you had.
You know what? It's going to exonerate all the agents. You're completely right. Stephen Miller saying an assassin tried to murder federal agents, and this is your response. And J.D. Vance retweeting it says something about where this administration is and how they're considering it before and after the murder of Alex Pretti. And this will go down in history as a turning point for this. Greg Bovino wouldn't be leaving tomorrow if an innocent person wasn't killed. And the double standards that are being employed for how you have to behave versus how these agents have to behave is mind-boggling to me. Kyle Rittenhouse was a conservative hero, right, for walking into a protest, actually brandishing a weapon. But this guy who had a legal permit to carry and already had his gun removed, to some people, I guess, is some sort of instigator when he was actually going to help a woman who had been pushed down and tear-gassed by ICE. We have the right to protest. That should be upheld and respected.
Even Fox News backing away. That's sad. Next thing you gonna tell me is Kyle Rittenhouse is dragging y'all.
What? What? Who?
Carry everywhere. It is your right. Hashtag shall not be infringed. Why Kyle Rittenhouse going harder than the whole NRA? That's sad. It really is. All that talking y'all did. Because y'all get mad when people say you're overcompensating. Then this is how you act in the face of a real threat. The whole NRA. No, we predicted it. We predicted exactly that. The question is, what does the aftermath look like? Now that the administration has backed away, what does the aftermath look like? Now, we got a couple different camps. Like, on the one hand, we have the kind of people that just gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Like the people who we know, I only have any idea who they are because of their willingness to carry water for the administration. Yeah, they exist.
I want to show you something. Does that look like a gun? I think it does a little bit. It's a phone. It's black, like most phones. That's crazy stuff.
Now, just to circle back around to something that I had said earlier about the nature of humanity, obviously, giving a license to mistake a phone for a gun, right? Because it's not like Alex Pretti lost his life after he raised his phone. He was on the ground after having been pepper sprayed. So that's not even relevant to this scenario. Irregardless of that, obviously, as nonsensical as it would be to give a green light to everybody holding a phone to be executed because it could be mistaken for a gun, that's not even tenable for you because you walk around with your phone, but you'll be more than willing to try and launder that on the air just to excuse a man losing his life. Now, to that point that I made about the nature of humanity, I'm willing to remember in the before times where when you are very openly and visibly trying to excuse a man losing his life because that scenario isn't even relevant and the world that you're pushing for isn't tenable. In the before times, when you are publicly excusing a man, that would have been, as an anchor, as a news anchor, like, that would have been it. This is the world that we live in.
Man, this some more bullshit.
This right here. Right here. What would be the act that would cause you to hold your phone like that? Like, what would be, like, if I was recording some on-the-go YouTube content and I needed to make sure they got the microphone, like, what no, well, I hit one of the side buttons. See, that's why you don't hold your phone like that. That's exactly why you don't hold your phone like that. Now, that was wild. but if any of y'all know Greg Kelly, you know he can do worse. He's kind of like the Kristi Noem of news anchors. He can do worse.
His name, Alex Pretti. He was 37 years old. He was an American citizen. He had no criminal record. He worked as a nurse. His patients were American veterans. He was an avid outdoorsman, a competitive cyclist, and a licensed gun owner. He played football and baseball in high school. He was a Boy Scout.
American citizen, let's see, baseball, rode a bike. That could be me! Except for the part where I go out and do something incredibly stupid. All those things. Boy Scout, outdoorsman, right? You know who that is? A lot of people. Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, was all those things. Dennis Rader, remember him? He's the bind, torture, and kill guy. He liked to hunt. He was a family man. Everybody liked him. His mother liked him. All that stuff. Dennis Rader and Alex. I'm sorry, but I can't just pretend because you're dead, you're like the superior person. That happens a lot in America, but only when they really, really want you to represent. People are kind of projecting positive qualities on somebody they don't know.
Greg Bovino wouldn't have gotten 30 minutes to collect his things and been escorted out of the office the way they walked him in and out of Target if they were going to push forward with their prior narrative. Yet here you go, bringing in the B2. How does that feel? How does it feel to be so shameless to the degree of excusing a man losing his life? And how should we react to somebody who has shown themselves to exhibit such quality and character? I mean, at least on the benefit scale for you, at least you have Trump's loyalty. You know, at least you have Trump's debt, because you know he always pay his debts. He always pay his debts. So at least you have Trump's loyalty and debt that will help you in your later years. You see how much that's helped Rudy Giuliani? Can't even get him a decent pair of shoes. But best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. And that's before we even get around to what were all the things he said, a Boy Scout, an outdoorsman. That's interesting. Because I know about his dad being a former police commissioner, and I know about those pretty nasty accusations that you have as well, sir. You might share more with the BTK. No wonder he was front of mind. No wonder he was front of mind. That makes sense.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
And then on the other hand, you have the people that are going to try and squirm their way back into society. But see, the thing is, that's going to require a level of accountability. And I don't know if this was it, but it certainly was an attempt. Now, wasn't it?
Hi, I'm Joy Berggren, owner and president of Furniture Connection. Today, a comment was made on social media by my wife, Joy, regarding the protests in Minneapolis, Minnesota. She is not involved in Furniture Connection, but I understand her words reflected on me and our company. What was said was wrong, and it does not represent my beliefs or the values of Furniture Connection. We do not support violence, hate, or harm towards anyone, ever. Every person deserves to be treated with dignity, and no one deserves to be harmed. While the individual who made the post is not involved in our business, I take responsibility for clearly stating where we stand as a company. I understand why people are upset, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt and concern this has caused. Furniture Connection has been a part of the Clarksville community for 26 years. Our employees show up every day to serve customers with respect and care, and they should not be targeted for something they did not say or support. I ask that our team be given the opportunity to continue serving this community with integrity. This is not who we are, and this is not how we operate.
Boy, if you don't ghost, ooh, that's one of them line by line ones right there.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
We can go line by line, player. Look. That was a terrible statement that she made. But I might have let you live. I might have let you live if you didn't read the statement.
That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house.
Read the statement. Try and tell me the owner's wife ain't involved in the business. And then try and say, well, yeah, don't punish all of our customers for what she did. Now I gotta drag you. Now I gotta drag you. And for the record, she is a habitual line stepper.
I was actually going to avoid posting anything about the Minnesota shooting just because it is just so mentally and emotionally taxing right now, but I came across this post on Threads. These protesters in Minneapolis deserve to be shot and put out of their misery. There has to be limits to this crap. I'm so sick of these anti-American people. Unfriggin' real frowny face. And this is Joy Berggren, who lives in Clarksville, Tennessee. Now, before I completely rip you into shreds, Joy, I just want to say that your Ozempic journey has been amazing. Like, you look great. You really do.
Now, wait a minute. Was that a drag? Was that a drag, or did she openly admit that she's on that journey? I don't know. Has she said she's on that journey?
This is Joy and her husband, Dave. I'm going to hold my tongue on this one. For no reason at all, I'm going to point out that Dave is the owner of Furniture Connection in Clarksville, Tennessee. And for no reason at all, there's where they are, and their phone number is at the bottom here. Here's the thing, Joy. If you want to have an opinion and a belief that the protesters are evil and that they're un-American, that's fine. Nothing I can do to change your mind on that. The Constitution does protect what they're doing, though. It's actually the First Amendment in the Constitution. The ability to protest was so important to our founding fathers that they deemed it as the first thing that they would add to our Constitution. Just keep that in mind. But what I love, Joy, is that if you were to scroll back through your Instagram, you'll see things like this. If you meet someone whose soul is not aligned with yours, send them love and move along. There is truly no hate like Christian love. What I don't understand, Joy, is that you're in a life situation where you have to ask your husband if you can go to Target and buy another Stanley Cup. What compels you in Clarksville, Tennessee, when you have no job, no source of income, have to go to your husband so that he can buy you your Ozempic from the money that he makes from his furniture store company, to get on the internet and push you to say people who are exercising their First Amendment rights deserve to get shot? What happened in your life? Why can't trad wives just shut the f*** up and enjoy your sponsored life?
He was on point though, wasn't he? He was on point. He was on point though, wasn't he? Wow. I mean, that was filthy, but not nearly as nasty as sitting around and judging people that are having their doors kicked in without a warrant, preschools and children tear gas and hospitalized, and multiple people unalived, and excusing it. That's not nearly as nasty as that is. And I have no question, if I were to go back, which I will do, if I were to go back into your timeline, I no doubt would see pretty strong opposition to anything remotely developed through science with COVID, since we have a problem with protests all of a sudden.
She is not involved in Furniture Connection, but I understand her words reflected on me and our company.
Did those vacation photos and whatnot that y'all took, was that money from Furniture Connection? Was that Furniture Connection money that she? I see that she has a whole country music career that she's trying to launch. Is that Furniture Connection money? That's okay. Well, then she's involved with Furniture Connection. That's what that means. Yeah.
What was said was wrong, and it does not represent my beliefs or the values of Furniture Connection.
I've heard of opposites attract, right? I've heard of opposites attract. I've never heard of she thinks protesters should be shot, and I'm all for the preservation of not only all of our constitutional rights, but life itself. That is, when y'all are driving, to Furniture Connection, when y'all are driving and you see protesters on the sidewalk, is she trying to grab the wheel and get you to mow them down, and you have to fight her and say, that's not what I believe in? Not only does she believe that, she feels strongly enough about it to put it on the timeline. She doesn't just believe that, she wants other people to know she believes that. So no, I do not accept. That is not what I believe in. You sleep next to that every night, presumably. I don't know. Y'all might have had some, y'all might have a sleep divorce or something like that. You know that mindset well. And you also know, in the event that this is just a difference of opinion that you guys have always had, I can tell you, every time Joy and I meet a new couple, we got to explain to them, hey, I love her dearly, but I just can't stand her take on protesters. It's always bothered me. It's always bothered me. And, it's just something, but she's a great cook and she's a great mother. She takes care of me and our children, and I couldn't ask for a better partner. We just have to make sure that we never protest and that our children and family members never protest, or she will, right. That's just how it is. I can't, there's nothing I can do.
We do not support violence, hate, or harm towards anyone, ever. Every person deserves to be treated with dignity, and no one deserves to be harmed. While the individual who made the post is not involved in our business, I take responsibility for clearly stating where we stand as a company.
This man said the individual who made the post about his wife. This man said the individual that made the post about his wife. Pick a struggle, bruh. Pick a struggle. Come on. No, you all over the place. You just saying nonsense. Are you going to ride with her or not? Because now you calling her the individual that made the post. You trying to save it, but you gonna have to be in the basement. You called her the individual that made the post. Come on, man. That's not gonna go good. And unlike you and presumably Furniture Connection, she doesn't believe that no harm should come to anybody and nonviolence and everybody should be respected. That's not what she believes in. So good luck with that. I don't know. It sounds like you protested her statement. You better hope she don't put that together like that.
I understand why people are upset, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt and concern this has caused. Furniture Connection has been a part of the Clarksville community for 26 years. Our employees show up every day to serve customers with respect and care, and they should not be targeted for something they did not say or support.
Ain't nobody targeting them. Ain't nobody. We good there. We good there. Unless they mistake her for Joy. Ain't nobody. They good. Hey, tell them all the employees, y'all good. Yeah. We can stand down on that one. They should not be. Don't hurt the employees. Don't hurt the protesters. How about that?
While the individual who made the post is not involved in our business, I take responsibility for clearly stating where we stand as a company.
Now, I, in fact, went to Joy's account just to see exactly how things were going. And that account does not exist. Joy, you're not pretending like we didn't see what we saw, are you?
Uh-huh.
You just gonna pretend like you can just delete the account and that didn't happen?
Sorry.
You working on replacing Kristi Noem, ain't you?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew exactly that. Yeah. No, you checking all the boxes. You definitely checking all the boxes.
I love the poorly educated. We're the smartest people. We're the most loyal people.
Y'all have an idea where that apology was at. So then we got to figure out where this apology is at.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is apologizing for his anti-Semitic outbursts. He's taken a full-page ad out in the Wall Street Journal saying he lost touch with reality.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and especially thank you for all your fantastic comments.
Sewer rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'd never know because I wouldn't eat the filthy mother.
Hey, keep it clean. We got a PG-13 operation here. We got a lot of young eyes and ears. And a lot of old eyes and ears. It's me. I'm the old eyes and ears. All y'all old viewers know, because even as recent as a couple years ago, if something was behind me, I'd just go get it. You fast forward to 2026, something behind me. Because I ain't turning around. And a special shout out to the mods for preserving the sanctity of the chat. I see y'all getting salty with them. That is YouTube that is flagging y'all, not the mods. They are just out here doing the Lord's work. But as I was saying, I appreciate all your phenomenal comments like this. Love the new set. Keep up the fantastic work. Love it all the way from Northern Ireland. Well, iron go bra to you. I like the new set. You look great in your new space. Why, thank you, Ozark Hillbilly Hippie. Love the new set, but missed the little hands from your last spot. Was those from your babies? Ah, yes, it was. And you know, Reese loved the kids, so we gotta find a little space for that somewhere on the set. Oh, we got another one. I like the Basquiat art piece, and of course, B. Marley. Now, we're not using regular clothes hangers like we're in college, Reese. Handle that. Well, you know, I got something. This is actually supposed to be a professional for jerseys. It's a hanger for jerseys. What are the instructions? They didn't give me no instructions. Well, they think I'm an architect or something? You know what I got? I got something.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
This is what it made right here. So ain't that nice? So we got a nice little professional hanger we can use moving forward. And a special shout out to Anjanette, who sent me this message. Hey Reese, happy Wednesday. I found it, the Pick Me doll. Oh, they done did it now. And it's $375. It should be cheap. A Pick Me doll should absolutely be cheap. I'm surprised it's not at the dollar store. I think that's what Nancy Mace was going for in her voting outfit. I'm pretty sure that was it. She was the model.
But wait, there's more.
I got to get a Pick Me doll on the peoplesgetup.com. I got to get somebody to design my own Pick Me doll. By the way, did I show y'all I got some new stuff coming out for Black History Month? My theme this year, we still here. You know what I mean? We still here, which definitely means a lot considering all that we're up against. Because history is generally taught as a series of finished chapters, books clothed in shelves. But I chose We Still Here for this year's Black History Month because it reminds me that history isn't just behind us. It's living, breathing, moving, and evolving through every one of us. For centuries, the narrative of the Black experience has been tested by systemic efforts to erase, silence, or diminish it, something that's only been increasing in recent years. Yet from the resilient spirits of ancestors who survived the Middle Passage to the brilliance of the innovators, artists, and activists shaping our world today, the story has never been broken. To say we're still here is an act of profound joy and defiance. And it means we're still creating, still defining global culture from music to technology, and still leading, breaking glass ceilings in boardrooms and courtrooms. And no, we didn't need DEI to do it. We're still healing, turning historical trauma into a legacy of wellness and community. So this year, I don't just want to look back at where we've been, but look at all the people around me and celebrate the persistence of a people who were never supposed to make it, yet continue to thrive. We're the dream realized, the song unsung, and the future unfolding. We're not just a footnote in history up to the whims of this governor or that president to take down because they got in their feelings. We are the authors of the next chapter. We still here.